The Science of Brainrot, Part 2. Rebuilding a Brain, the Algorithm Broke. In our last episode, we mapped how the algorithm quietly reshaped your brain, turning focus into fragments and thought into reflex. But here's the critical question Science Atlas must now answer. If the brain can be broken by design, can it be rebuilt by design? The answer is yes. And the science behind it is more hopeful and more demanding than you might expect. Let's begin with a fundamental truth neuroscience agrees on. Neuroplasticity cuts both ways. The same mechanism that allowed your brain to decay can also restore it. But recovery is not passive. It requires deliberate friction. Step 1. Starve the dopamine slot machine. Your brain rot didn't begin with screens. It began with unpredictable reward. To reverse it, you must make dopamine boring again. Studies from Stanford and University College London show that when reward becomes predictable, or temporarily absent, the dopamine system recalibrates. This is why scheduled usage beats willpower. Not quitting social media, not deleting apps, but confining them to fixed windows. When the brain knows the reward is coming later, the compulsive loop weakens. The casino loses its edge. Step 2. Rebuild the muscles of deep thought. Focus is not a personality trait. It's a biological capacity, and it obeys training principles. Research on attention networks shows that deep focus returns only when the brain is forced into single-task strain. This means reading without scrolling, writing without notifications, thinking without background noise. At first, this feels painful. That discomfort is not failure. It is neural resistance. You are rebuilding circuits that were pruned. 10 minutes of uninterrupted focus today becomes 15 tomorrow. Neurons that fire together, wire together again. Step 3. Introduce cognitive fasting. Just as the body heals during metabolic fasting, the brain heals during sensory silence. No podcasts, no videos, no stimulation. Neuroscience calls this the default mode network, the system responsible for memory consolidation, creativity, and self-reflection. This is where insight is born, and it only activates when you are bored. Boredom is not a bug. It is a biological requirement for a functioning mind. Step 4. Break the algorithm's mirror. The algorithm feeds you certainty. Recovery demands cognitive friction. Expose your brain to slow, opposing, complex ideas. Long-form books, difficult arguments, uncomfortable perspectives. MRI studies show that cognitive challenge increases connectivity between the prefrontal cortex and emotional centers, restoring judgment and impulse control. Thinking deeply feels slower because it is slower. That slowness is intelligence reasserting itself. The final truth. Your brain was not damaged because you were careless. It was reshaped because you were human. But unlike an algorithm, you can choose the architecture of your mind. Brain rot is reversible. Focus is recoverable, but only if you treat attention as the scarce biological resource it is. The map forward is not easy, but it is clear. When was the last time your brain was truly quiet? If this series helps you reclaim even a fragment of your focus, complete the map by subscribing and turning on notifications. Science Atlas will return mapping knowledge, one system at a time,